Record from that episode. Maybe the one episode
What?
I haven't seen. That and I think I like the last 2 episodes of...
When Kara goes bad?
Yeah.
Anyway. Hi everybody, we are Nerd Jams. I'm Shannon.
I'm Jadon.
And we are getting a little delirious trying to get caught up on all of our videos, but this is going to be Supergirl Review, Season 2, Episode 20, called City of Lost Children.
There you go.
And here we go. It was weird. I watched this episode. My dad was in town. He lives out of state. And I had a softball game. We went to dinner. So we got home late. And we watched it 30 minutes in. It was weird on 2 reasons. One, because I watched it with my dad and he went outside and had a smoke break. I was like, the show's, the commercial's over, it's back on. He's like, oh, that's fine. I was like, but it's back on. I didn't say that, but I was like, you're not watching, it's on. But when I first watched it, I picked up right when James brings Marcus to Catco, so I missed all the beginning. And I was just rolling my eyes, ugh, we don't have James all season and then you give him a whole episode. It's like, this is stupid, this is that. So when I went back and rewatched it, I actually really liked the episode.
Okay, good.
But I saw it from the beginning. It made a lot more sense.
This is maybe my second favorite episode. I don't know. I felt like it was just a good...
Of the season or of the show?
I'm still trying to figure that out. Because it's been so long since I watched the first season.
Because you've got Red Kryptonite?
I don't
Red
think I
Tornado?
ever saw that episode.
What?
Red Kryptonite episode. Maybe the one episode
What?
I haven't seen. That and I think I like the last 2 episodes of...
When Kara goes bad?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's that mind-blowing part. Anyway, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. That's why I was baffled that this would be your second favorite of the whole series.
Well, at least for now, it's my second favorite of the season. Let's just say that. And because I felt like near the end they started to get a little bit heavy-handed, but I felt like they were a lot smoother with their agenda, which they are usually not.
Yeah.
They're
still not as bad as Arrow has been. Their
choice of tools when it comes to conveying their agenda is like a sledgehammer usually. So, but I thought this was good. I thought McCod Brooks did a wonderful job with what he was given. When he's like, I'm not going to leave these people near the end, when he's trying to save them. That was great. They weren't too heavy-handed with his whole feeling inadequate as a superhero. I thought that was done well. I
kind of feel like they were heavy-handed with that.
I think they've done it worse in the past.
Well, they're kind of going back on the reason he wanted to be Guardian. And all of a sudden, he seemed very jealous of Kara coming in to save the day. And then... It touched the line a bit. Oh, and how the woman was scared of him as Guardian and he's all butthurt about it. Okay. Oh, and then I love how they always drop the Clark's friend line, though.
Yes, the Batman reference, great. That is such a stupid trope of someone, this lady gets saved. These guys are about to who knows what? Yeah, I can't speak.
Unimaginable things.
Yeah, they're gonna do unimaginable things to her. And this guy saves her. He clearly saves her.
She sees him saving her.
And she's afraid of him? I would understand if this was Batman. You see this giant demon come out and he's beating people up. I would still be afraid.
Giant.
Yeah, but he's not like Batman big.
He beat them up.
It's not like Batfleck big, where he's monstrous. It's not like, he's not dressed like a demon, so... he's just like a guy in armor, and he came and saved her life. If anything, he's like a super cop. And she's afraid of him? For what reason? I don't understand.
Well, especially since they know who Guardian is, and they cleared him.
Yeah.
It made no sense. So I felt like they were a little heavy-handed with his whole... They went away with why he wanted to be a hero when they argued about... When Kara found out, and they argued, and how, The hero without a suit thing was what was heavy-handed to me. Because Wynn even says it in the end.
But I feel like... I prefer this way more because in the past episodes, he had the whole fight with Kara and it was very loud and, he was voiced his jealousy. But this was just this was just done in looks. He looked up, a little bit jealous and a little bit inadequate.
Okay.
So, but I feel like maybe that they're going back and trying maybe fixing, because they just threw him into the role of Guardian for when they first did it.
Yes.
So maybe they're going back and kind of tweaking it a little bit and making it a little bit more, heaven forbid, organic. But I really liked the episode. I liked his relationship with Marcus. I thought that was really good. He had a nice story that was really hit home for me, because the same thing happened with me, was being bullied as a minority. Where I wasn't really bullied. I was bullied a couple times, but I had really good friends, so who helped stand up for me and stuff. So, but that that story really touched me. It was relatable, and I liked how it related to his relationship with Clark, how they were both aliens, minorities, and how Clark kind of brought him out of his shell.
Yeah. Like I said, once I went back and I watched the earlier scenes, and it flowed much better as a whole episode than a half episode.
Yeah, I would assume so.
I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Makad Brooks. I've said it before. I'm sure he's a wonderful person in real life.
Eggs.
Yeah, Eggs on True Blood, and then he was on the sports movie on FX, sports TV show on FX. I've seen him in several things. I'm just not a fan of his. So I think that's why when I, jumped into half an episode that was all James in the second half, I was kind of like, ugh. Again, watching the whole episode, I did enjoy it. It wasn't as bad as I expected. It wasn't slow. I loved Lena and Rhea.
Ugh.
Why?
I think it's the stupidest thing. Like, there's so many holes in this logic of what's going on here. I was hoping, like I said before, I was hoping that she was playing a long con on Rhea. That she knew that she was up to something no good, and that she had a plan. No, Lena's just stupid.
She thinks she sees the good in people. She thinks she's helping someone.
She throws away all of her, she should still have concerns, because this lady lied to her and concealed her identity in the first place. So from that alone, you should still have, your doubts. But no, all those are gone. The whole relation to Lex thing was weird and stupid, because she has been shown before as someone who has her own opinions and has her own stance on her own.
And is over the Lex thing.
Yeah, and for some reason, this talk helps her figure out something that's so obvious that she would have done in the first place.
So that was stupid. What I liked about it is their relationship that builds out of it. I like it.
I didn't really. I don't know. I was having so much trouble with all that other stuff that I didn't really care about. Yeah.
Well, it's obviously a few weeks has passed. One, because you're not going to build that in an episode. But they allude to it in the opening scene, which Supercore shippers went ape shit over.
Oh my gosh, I knew it.
But come on, they are so flirtatious in that I am not a shipper of them. They are so freaking flirtatious. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw it.
The looks that they give each other. Anyway, so yes, they went crazy over it. But they allude to it in that when they speak about how Lena has had to cancel on several times. So they did a good job of setting that up for us, that it's been a few weeks and this or that. But I just like the relationship. I like that you're seeing the motherly side of Rhea. That probably is what Mon-El has remembered. And so I don't know. Also, for what it was, I was able to step aside because it is stupid, but I liked the scenes.
Also, why are they talking about all of their plans, their corporate plans, in public, very loudly at dinner? It's just like, it's a really nitpicky thing, but it's just like.
Well, she doesn't.
It's kind of like this whole Fight Club. You don't talk about Fight Club.
But she doesn't give anything away except for.
No, they're talking about the whole schematics of like how the machine works and everything in the middle of the restaurant, and it's like. It'd be so easy for any, rival corporate...
To hear it.
To send someone, is following them or whatever. So it's a nitpicky thing, but it's just like, why are we talking about this here?
They also looked like they were by themselves on a private balcony. There was a glass...
Not her and Rhea.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about her and Rhea.
My bad. Never mind.
No, the thing with Supergirl was fine.
Okay.
That was great. Yeah. Oh yeah, Martian Manhunter was weak again.
Agreed.
So yeah.
Alex was sidelined again, but it was cute when she was trying to get him to eat or talk.
Yeah.
I love Kyler Lee.
Yeah.
She's just funny.
That was a nice scene.
And how she figures out that he's watching James because they bonded, and Wynn and James getting to team up. I really like that again. It was the same old cliche thing of I'm going to talk him down, though it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And I can break through to him by talking.
I was a little more sold on him because of his performance, though.
Yeah. Again, previews we know are meant to confuse us and such. I did not see this coming for the reason that the child and the species were destroying things. I thought that Rhea was doing something that was going to cause all aliens to go against Supergirl. But it was just the
weird particle or whatever.
Yeah, the shift in the anions that in the atmosphere that were making it happen. It is interesting that, oh my gosh, Catco gets destroyed. Cat Grant is back! Catco gets destroyed.
Oh, I didn't see the promo, so...
No. The kid destroyed Catco.
Yeah, no, I know. Like, you said Cat Grant is back.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I didn't know about
But I already told you that.
Yeah, I seen the win.
Cat Grant's back next time.
That looked great. It looked great.
It looked amazing. But then so one kid destroys Catco like that.
Yeah.
And then when they're all going crazy in the bunker, nothing gets destroyed.
Yeah.
That was weird.
It depends on what kind of bunker it is. I couldn't really tell, or wasn't looking close enough to tell
wherever they were hiding.
Yeah.
Gosh, Cat Grant.
Yeah, it all looked great, except for when the mom was doing it. When Supergirl shows up and catches the car, that went bad, but everything else looked amazing. I really like the kid. I'm not a huge fan of kid actors. But
I've seen him in a couple different things.
Oh, really?
I'll look him up while you're talking because I keep cutting you off. I apologize.
No, it's fine. I'm talking a lot. So.
For once, it's okay.
Okay. I thought he did a great job. I like how they bonded over their dads, both being soldiers, both lost in action.
The camera.
The camera that was a great little scene. Miss Tessmacher was back. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be really hard to explain.
She was?
Yeah, she's the one that got them.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard to explain because he introduces Marcus as his nephew, and then this kid destroys Catco. So it's like, what are you gonna tell everyone?
Probably not going to. Probably not going to do anything with that. We'll never hear of this kid again. He's in This Is Us. You've seen This Is Us?
I've only seen the pilot.
Okay, well he plays the younger version of Randall.
Okay. Yeah, man, I need to keep watching that show because
and then he's been in a few other things. Oh my gosh, watch This Is Us. If you're sobbing in the pilot, which I was too, well, I wasn't sobbing.
It all hits way too close.
Oh my gosh, you've got to watch it though.
It all hits way too close with the adoption and everything. It's just like...
I think you'll like it though.
Oh, sorry, spoilers.
Yeah. Oops. I think you'll like it. Anyways, back to Supergirl.
I like the whole talk about Mon-El missing his mother. Like, he's talking about how he should hate her, but he doesn't. He misses her.
Chris Wood was amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely stupid what they're doing with his character. But he really got... Again, we're seeing all these characters that are smaller characters or new that are getting to show off their acting chops. Nobody's touching Floriana Limas yet. But Cecile in Flash, we got to see... her acting, Chris Wood did a great job in the scene with Rhea when he says, you did a lot of research on this planet. Did you find out we're not bulletproof here?
Yeah.
And then so I understand not being able to shoot your mother. That makes sense. But he goes with her. Yes, she beams them up.
He doesn't, it wasn't on purpose though.
You didn't watch the promo.
Oh.
So there's an arranged marriage between Mon-El and Lena happening. Yeah. It's stupid. And it looks like, obviously, he's stuck on the ship or something. Anyways, it looks like what the writers are doing are having Mon-El realize that he loves his mother, which is fine, and that he can't kill her, but now he's siding with her.
But then...
Is what it looks like the writers are doing.
But then he finds some sort of recording or something of her killing Kevin Sorbo, and then he kills his mom.
She lies to him. And says he killed himself.
Which, I don't know how he bought that, because, again, it goes back on what they previously established about his dad as about being this hard tyrant, and then he gets killed in one episode, and apparently he was so, I don't know, bereaved.
He was so distraught over Mon-El choosing a Kryptonian, not just a girl, but a Kryptonian over his family, that he killed himself. is what she told him, right?
Yeah.
So what he's speaking of is when Jeremiah Danvers comes back in the earlier episode, and Mon-El and Kara are arguing, and she says, "What would you do if your dad suddenly came back in your life?" He goes, "I'd run like hell. My dad wasn't a nice guy." So the writers put that tidbit in there, and then they give us this great man who...
very relatable and very understanding.
Yeah, and who let his child, who has said, told his wife, we can move on, he's obviously happy, and then, so it is definitely very confusing.
Yeah. I forgot where I was going with that, but...
My bad.
No, that's totally fine. I loved, in fact, a little more backstory into why John was a Martian Manhunter, why he became a Martian Manhunter.
Mm-hmm.
Because he realized he was really good at protecting things, like his daughter.
Yes. They did a good job of showing Space Dad. Like, Space Dad is a strong character. Martian Manhunter is a underused character.
Feeble.
Because he speaks with James, and like how he's against James helping at first, and then he comes around.
Which I thought that was a little too easy, where he's just like, well, remember the story about your daughter, and he's like, okay.
Right. Yeah.
I know what I said 2 seconds ago, but okay. But it really made me want a Martian Manhunter movie. Like, really bad. It's just a great character, and it makes me... Also, I had a quibble about... So, he gets neutralized by this white Martian weapon, and...
Oh, that's right. She puts him in his mind, traps him in his mind.
Yeah, and it's weird, though, like... And then it's something that they continue to do. Like, whenever he gets knocked unconscious or whatever, he reverts back to that form, the Martian form. But that's not actually his real Martian form. That's just his in-between form that kind of... That's where it's human enough that it doesn't scare the crap out of people like his real form would. So it's weird that whenever he reverts back to his natural form, it's not his natural form.
His real form, his natural form would be what we saw with his daughters and his wife on the planet?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of more of a small, kind of a Martian like we see...
Well, no, he's still a massive...
Well, but I meant skinny. He's not bulky.
Yeah.
So, spoiler, Magon's coming back. So that's why he's in his brain. Yeah. Cat Grant, Superman, and Magon are all returning. At least for the finale.
Hopefully we can have a really cool fight.
I think there's going to be. Next week, next week's episode is it's titled Resist, and it shows hundreds of thousands of ships coming on, and that's how we're going to meet General Zod. And so the...
What? Was he on a Daxam ship or something?
Well, it might not be all Daxam ships that she's bringing on. I mean, she says Daxams, around, but maybe he's like, ooh, fight. And he comes on it or something. I'm sure they'll have some reason for it. But I'm assuming that's how we're going to meet General Zod. Let me rephrase. Because, so the ships start coming through, and they're attacking the city, and NCPD starts fighting, and badass Agent Danvers jumps backwards off the balcony, turns, and is shooting people. She's amazing. I'm in love with her. Okay. It looks so good. And it's either going to be Supergirl or Martian Manhunter catching her. It's got to be. Because she's jumping off the DEO building.
Oh, I was thinking from Suicide Squad, like Deadshot, jumping off the rope and turning around and...
Or maybe she jumps onto a rope. I don't know. But she's jumping into nothingness in the preview. And it looks amazing. Cat Grant is back. And I think she knows that Kara's Supergirl. Which she should. They should have never reverted on that.
Yep.
But
that's one of the reasons why I stopped watching.
Yeah. But so the next 2 episodes look really freaking good. And I apologize, let's go back to this episode.
See, your love for Alex is my love for that lady you just saw from Vikings.
Oh,
it's complete adoration.
Oh, it's understandable then.
Yes.
So what does it say? If I was...
So Glenn's line. So if I was given action figures when I was 10 and they were questioning me about my father, I would have sung like a canary. Yeah. It's like, that's so...
If you had given Ray action figures the second time he was questioned in season 1, he would have sung like a canary.
Yeah. It's like I was like, well, if someone gave me comic books, I would probably sing too. So
you'd probably just be like, yeah. But Wynn does have some good lines and stuff. What else happened in this episode? So Lena gets betrayed by Rhea.
Yeah.
Okay. But she I like that she has like a motherly love for her though. Okay, go what?
Another funny thing was just like she's like doing this whole "I'm gonna destroy your planet" and everything to Supergirl, and it's like there's so many scientists walking around. It's like, why does
none of them are listening?
Yeah.
And then she just turns around and Lena's like, "Was that my phone?"
Yeah, and it's like telemarketer. It's like, well, clearly, as soon as she looks at her phone, the next time she has it,
She deleted the call.
well, it's still gonna be very suspicious that she deleted a call.
Maybe she's a scientist though, and she's in her head, so she's not gonna. She's not gonna think anything of it. She's working.
It's just like this whole like monologue, and it's like, no one hear this?
No.
Okay.
I think Terry Hatcher did amazing though.
Yeah, I think she did a good job.
Much better than I expected. No offense.
Yeah.
Terry Hatcher, but I think she has only gotten stronger.
For sure.
And I mean, they're giving her better material, but she's only gotten stronger.
Yes, it's better material for sure. What else do I have here?
I'm so excited for Calista Flockhart, and it comes on tonight. And it is let me tell you, hang on, I just remembered, it's 5:06 p.m. our time, so I have an hour and 54 minutes.
Oh yeah, it's Monday.
44 minutes. 54 minutes. I can't. 54 minutes.
I know.
Anyways, I'm so freaking excited that Cat Grant and Calista Flockhart are back, and it's just, I miss Maggie this episode, but whatever, I miss her every episode.
Oh yeah, she
She's
wasn't
not
here.
in. Fine.
Well, I have exactly however much time it takes me to get home to watch Vikings, so. While you're doing that, I'll be doing that.
You have to watch Supergirl. We're doing this week's review in 2 days. You have to watch Supergirl, Flash, and Arrow on time.
When's the next day we're doing this?
Wednesday.
I thought it was Thursday.
I have football on Thursdays.
Okay.
We're doing Wednesday.
Anyways. That's all I got for this episode.
Yeah,
I really liked it. It's my second favorite this season.
Because there really wasn't anything else other than James, Jean, and Wynn were the big ones. It's really interesting to me though that I came in halfway and I was just so annoyed that it was a James-centric episode. I didn't even care. But then when I watched it from the beginning and it started with Supergirl, and I guess maybe because she's so underused in the second half of the episode that I just assumed. Anyways, because one of my biggest things is this is Supergirl's show. Like, yes, I think you should have character arcs and such, but she should be a part of those character arcs of other characters. Anyways, so let's go on to Resist trailer then, because Cat Grant's back in this next episode, and there's a part where they show her in the preview, and they're all talking about something in cars in Supergirl outfit, and she's like, "This could be dangerous," and they pan over to Cat. "Oh no, this will be dangerous." Oh, Cadmus. They team up with Cadmus.
Oh yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. There's a shot where, which means probably Jeremiah Danvers is coming back, but there's a shot where Lillian Luthor just walks in all nonchalant because it's Lillian Luthor. I like her. And Maggie, Alex, DEO, and James has like a weird staff thing all of a sudden, all draw their weapons immediately. So, I don't know. In case you can't tell, I'm super excited for this episode.
That's great.
And then the next episode, and then it's done.
Well, like you said, I'm not a fan of Lillian, and I don't care about Cadmus because we haven't seen them in forever, and I'm definitely not. It's not that I'm not a fan of Jeremiah. I'm just afraid of what will happen to Kara and Alex's performances or the writing for their characters as soon as he shows up. So.
Well, because if they don't act exactly the way they did the first time, it's going to be weird. Yeah. Kind of, because they found out that yes, he crossed them, but he was not doing it by choice. Like, he's not bad. They found out he's still good. And so it's just going to be very weird to bring Jeremiah back right now. So maybe they will, maybe they won't. Maybe because I haven't seen him in the previews. The only preview was Cadmus, and then you can tell they're working with Cadmus because everything that they stand for is happening. The aliens are invading.
Yeah.
Superman's going to show up either this episode or the last. These episodes are probably going to fly by. They're going to be paced like so fast, and it's...
How many do we have left?
2.
Okay, good.
221 and 222.
Yeah. I love these shows, but I can only I'm getting to the end of my rope for like this year. I'll be good once the next season starts.
You're gonna hate the title of the last episode.
Why? What is it?
Nevertheless, she persisted.
Hey. On that note, we're Nerd Jams. Be sure to like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Follow us on our many social media platforms. I'm gonna go home and stab myself in the face. Have a good evening.